Hey guys, welcome to the Superhero Cut Show where we're talking about things Marvel, DC, and Star Wars. It's your boy CV Hayes. Please like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you know when we post. So today I'm here to talk to you guys about Spider-Man 4 and about the multiversal story and all of these things. Like we're going to get right into it. So with the multiversal saga in full effect, we see that the leading rumor right now is that Marvel Studios will be doing a multiversal story with Spider-Man, and it is looking to come out in 2026. Now, I also see on our content landscape of a lot of superhero YouTubers and content creators all around. And a lot of fans aren't happy with the idea of another Spider-Man multiversal movie. Now, just to make sure that we have the right terms, let's define what a grounded story is because so many people say, I want Spider-Man to be grounded, blah, 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 blah. So a grounded story means that it is a believable / plausible story that could seem real. So this is a grounded story. The Dark Knight trilogy is grounded. The Batman is a grounded story. Spider-Man was never a grounded story. So let's stop using this word grounded out of context, okay? Because what you fans want is a Spider-Man movie with MCU Earth supernatural implications, aka no multiverse or space involvement. You want a lot of the things to happen in our MCU New York cities. You want the villains to come from the MCU New York City. That's where you want everything to reside. You don't want no outside, villains or no outside implications in the next Spider-Man film. That's what you want. Now that we all understand what a grounded story is. Now look, in No Way Home, right? We get a full multiversal story, and a lot of people, including myself, thought that we were going to go to like a Earth / non multiverse or space centered Spider-Man story because that's kind of how the story ended, and I believe that was a part of the plan in the beginning because we all know that there was a possible connection with the Devil show, and they were going to go off of the Devil's Reign story, and the rumor is that they are saving that story for after the Secret Wars and Doomsday story. I think that it was a good decision to drop that because with the Devil's Reign story, right, we get introduced to a Peter Parker clone named Ben Riley, and Peter's in the hospital, and it's just a whole different story. And to tell a story like that, it's going to take a couple of projects. So I like this possible idea of making this next Spider-Man film multiversal. Not to mention with the symbiote coming from another Earth, like it's just a perfect situation for Peter to get the symbiote and to have a multiversal story. So like I think that this is a perfect position to do that. Now, number one, I don't get why fans are surprised that this is even like going to happen, right? Because once Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom was announced, y'all should have known that Spider-Man was going to be a multiversal film. Because the second they said this, I knew. The second RDJ took off that mask, I said, well, Spider-Man is going to be a multiversal film. Number one, because they need Spider-Man to do that. He's the biggest character right now in the MCU. He has to. Now, number two, we are in the multiversal saga. This isn't the past where you could do an Iron Man 3 or a Civil War where we deal with MCU Earthbound issues. This is not going to be that. And they're not trying to copy what they've done before, and that makes me happy. Not to mention we are getting MCU Earthbound issues with Captain America Brave New World and stuff like that. So like it isn't like we're just getting straight multiversal stuff. Even the Thunderbolt seems like it's going to be a MCU Earthbound thing. So we are getting a even even feed of both of those things. I just think that you guys are pressing a little too hard with Spider-Man. And number three, just because this movie will possibly be multiversal, it does not mean we will not see new MCU Spider-Man villains. Remember, with the Thunderbolts movie, we could possibly be getting Norman Osborn, which will be a really big deal. Let's not also forget that in this Spider-Man animated show, there will be a Norman Osborn. So they are testing the waters even more about how Norman can fit maybe into our MCU. And just for everyone's edification, that Spider-Man story is not on our MCU Earth, but just saying Norman Osborn is going to be in our atmosphere. So it makes it even more possible. There are many ways that they can use this story and it will still be fun for us fans, and what this project lives and dies on is not necessarily whether Spider-Man is going to be multiversal or not. What this story dies on is the directors and the writers. John Watts John Watts, in his reign of doing Spider-Man, he's had a hard time understanding Spider-Man as a director and has not given Spider-Man the shine he deserves. Okay. We were just lucky because the Spider-Man cast, they were so good that they got by. But with a new team at the helm and a new directors and new writers, I think that we could be getting one of the best Spider-Man films ever. I really don't think the weakness was, the movies itself, but the people that were directing and writing. I mean, look at Far From Home, bro. Far From Home should have been a no pun intended. It should have been a home run film, but I feel like because of the writers and the directors that took the helm, they just weren't good. They weren't that good. So that's what I think this movie lives and dies on. I feel like we're really focusing on the wrong things. Like, I think story elements is something that we need to focus on later. Right now, who's directing and writing the film? So that's what I think, man. I think the Spider-Man multiverse thing is awesome. Love to hear what you guys think about my takes and the way that I feel. So, but what I said about a grounded story, that's just facts. That's what a grounded story is. So we got to stop using that lingo when we're talking about Spider-Man. But have a great day. Love you guys. Peace out.